Right. Thank you for tuning back in, or if you're new, I'm doing another live stream. The one yesterday was very successful. So I am going to try and do another one and see how that goes and see if, I can get asked many questions. Obviously, I have quite a small subscriber base. So main news at the moment is Unai Emery is now been appointed almost as Arsenal manager. That's expected either tomorrow or Thursday. Brighton signed a player from Germany. They signed Logan, and also Mahrez is linked still with City, as is Alexandro to Manchester United, obviously. So there's a few rumours going on at the moment, and a few facts. Harry Kane was appointed as captain today by Gareth Southgate, which is fantastic for him. He said England can win the World Cup. Obviously, that won't never happen. West Ham today appointed Manuel Pellegrini as their new manager, which is very good news. They said that he said he was very excited about the project. My mentally is always about winning. His mentality is winning. He was basically chosen over Rafa Benitez. He was chosen over other candidates for the job. The Cup on Saturday, the Europa League, European Cup, Champions League, that is going on next Saturday. So that is something to look forward to. Liverpool will be facing Real Madrid. Real Madrid will be looking to get their third cup in a row, third European Cup in a row, which would be a fantastic achievement. The beginning in the 50s, they won 5 in a row, which is completely and utterly incredible by the side. Also, there is playoff games on the weekend. There's the Championship is Fulham versus Aston Villa. Sunday even, it's Shrewsbury versus Rotherham. Monday, it is the League Two final between Exeter City and Coventry City. And then that's pretty much it until the World Cup. For football, there doesn't seem to be any more football at all, which is sort of sad, but it gives us time to rest, ready for the World Cup. So, like I said, the captaincy has been given out today. I personally would have given it to Henderson. He is a leader. He has done really well with Liverpool as captain, taken over from Steven Gerrard. So that's who I would have given it to. But at the end of the day, he's not a bad appointment either. He's captained Spurs many times. He's captained England a few times. And that is something that is very, very important, that he does have someone who he can trust, someone that has captain sides. He doesn't, like I said, I would have definitely given it to Jordan Henderson, but I'd imagine Jordan Henderson will be given vice captaincy, which wouldn't be too bad either. Harry Kane isn't going to play every single game, every single international, because nobody can play every single international, and he probably won't be doing that. Unai Emery, like I said, is expected in the next few days, but it is crazy how they decided to go from Arteta basically nailed on to this. I don't know whether the whole Arteta was just a smokescreen, or whether the whole Arteta thing was just to try and see who else was round, and if worst sort of come to worst, that they would get Arteta, but if anything else came up, if anyone else came forward, they would go with them, which has happened. So Emery was out of a job, and PSG appointed Thomas Tuchel as manager of the club. So he was left out of a job, and he's gone straight into another job with Arsenal, by the sounds of things. So there's plenty happening. In other news, Liverpool and Roma were charged for disturbances in the game in the Champions League. Liverpool and Roma have been charged with crowd disturbances at the first leg at Anfield. Liverpool have also been charged for setting off fireworks and throwing objects. 9 men were arrested. 2 Italian men were charged after Sean Cox, the Liverpool fan, was seriously injured and is still in hospital. Both sides were also charged for setting off fireworks at the second leg, while Roma were charged for insufficient organisation, blocked stairways, and the improper conduct of their owner. Liverpool have already faced charges after the Manchester City bus was attacked. The matter will be heard on the 31st of May. So after everything's done, they will now be looking at it, which means that the Europa League, the Champions League can get out of the way, and then that will be brought forward. Yo, mate, how are you? What is the news on Buffon, Sandro, and Fekir? Thank you for joining in. I did actually look for Sandro for you. I see that you post it quite a lot. I read that if Alexandro is not available, that they'll look at Kieran Tierney from Celtic is another option, as is Ryan Sessegnon potentially, but he's obviously a lot younger than Tierney. Tierney has done exceptionally well with Celtic. Oh no. What's wrong with Kieran Tierney? He's done really well, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with Luke Shaw. Maybe that situation should be sorted instead. But Mourinho will probably just buy someone else. Buffon, it appears he'll be going to PSG if, I mean, Lee Gunn tweeted about it earlier, and that is that he is potentially going to PSG. Fekir, that seems dead in the water. Get Rose if Sandro is not available. It's weird that Danny Rose was so highly rated when he was at Tottenham last year. He was so highly rated, and now he's only played like 11, 12 times for Spurs, which isn't many times at all. He hasn't played very well. He's got into the England squad by the skin of his teeth. He's a very good defender, but last season he hasn't really done it. But I mean, Danny Rose would cost a hell of a lot more than Kieran Tierney. But the fact is, at this point, you need to just try and find the best person. Out of all of them, Alexandro clearly is the best. However, he is aging. Any of them would improve at this point with Ashley Young at left back, or Luke Shaw, who clearly isn't very happy. Who would you appoint in the club? I say Kane because he was a good leader. I would have appointed Jordan Henderson. I don't really like a goalkeeper or a striker as captain. I prefer a midfielder or a defender, and always have. Hereford, the captain, is a right back. At City, the captain is a centre back. Obviously, Company. I don't know. There have been keepers and goalkeepers and strikers that have done it before. Rooney's done it, and then goalkeepers Oliver Kahn, Hugo Lloris. They've all had a go. I really prefer a defender, but midfielder. I think Henderson really, Henderson really does has done well at Liverpool since he became captain, since Gerrard left, which is huge boots to fill. He is a massive, player at Liverpool, and I might stop. Yeah, he's very naughty. He's a naughty boy. Henderson is the one I would have chosen, but at the end of the day, I don't think it really matters. I'm sure Kane will give his all for the country, and that's all that matters. We've had a lot of captains over the years, and it hasn't really made too much difference. There's no real big leader out of all of them. There's no company. There's no like Sergio Ramos. There's no big character who could lead the team at the moment, which is fine because there has been in previous years, like Terry, Ferdinand, Gerrard, Lampard, but all those big names have sort of disappeared now and have gone, which is okay, I guess, because everyone's got to retire at some stage. But is Man City going to win the league next season? I bloody hope so. With the correct additions, I would say so, but it's going to be difficult. It's going to be so difficult because you have seen so many sides look fantastic. Chelsea, when they won under Mourinho a few years ago, they looked like they could win it again. People tipped them to win it again, and they had a disastrous season. Going back, Pellegrini. We looked quite good under him, but that was not. He didn't win anything the next season, so it's going to be unbelievably tough. Will Conte stay? I think he'll want to stay, but will the board want him to stay? Under them previously, when Ancelotti was there, they finished second in the league and they didn't win anything, and they got the sack. No, I don't think he will. I think he'll stay. I think he'll. I really do think he will stay. I think that they'll give him another year. He's only got a year left on his contract now, anyway, which means it makes sense to just give him another year. I think they'll give him another year, which is, I think there's split at Chelsea whether they want to keep him or not. But at the end of the day, it's their decision. He has seemed to want to. You should write all of your pictures on a piece of paper and look at the start of the season and see if right. I don't want to get making predictions yet because, predictions at the start of the season, they're always wrong. I thought United would win the title. I went for Burnley to really struggle. I went for Spurs probably to finish outside the top 4. I went for a few in League 2 and I went for Shrewsbury to get relegated and they finished 3rd. I expected Birmingham to have a really good season in the Championship and they struggled. I didn't expect Sunderland to go down. Huddersfield last year I expected to struggle and they went up. So I'm really crap at predictions. I expected Everton to have a great season and they didn't. So I will certainly do a video when it comes to it of the predictions, and I will predict the Premier League, the Champions League, the Europa League, Championship, League 1, League 2. I think Spain will win. Like I said, I really do believe Brazil will win it. They've got such good quality going forward. Spain could win it. Obviously, Germany could win it. France could win it. Belgium could win it. I don't think Belgium will win it, though, because Martinez isn't actually the best manager in the world. But they could all have a go. I fancy Brazil. They haven't won it for a while. They last won it in 2002, which was 16 years ago. Come on, Colchester, my local team. Oh, one of the former Hereford players who captained the side for a while recently signed for Colchester, and hopefully does well. Colchester is in Essex. Actually, Hereford got relegated against Colchester in 2009, which was rather awful. Yeah, I thought so. It's full of strange people on the TV. Well, yeah, it's not that I don't watch that. But yeah, I mean, obviously. Sorry. Yeah, that's all right. I'm from Shropshire, and it's really full of middle class toffs. But what can you do? Yeah, it's actually really far away from here, like 3 or 4 hours from where I am, which is quite a distance. I don't think I've never been to Essex. Never been to Essex. It's really far away. Try and work out how far it is on a map. It is 4 hours and 3 minutes. That's a long bloody way. What do you think of Rooney? Will he go away? Yeah, I think so. I think he will go. I think it's a good move for everyone. It's a good move for DC United. They've got a new stadium being built, which would attract a lot of people to that stadium. Rooney gets another big payday, and as well as that, Everton get 12 million for him, which is like a £6 million profit, including the wages, which is fantastic, which they can spend on whoever. I mean, there is a chance that if he doesn't go, the new manager might not even fancy him and might want someone else. They have a lot of people. Go and get arrested at DC again, like he did in Liverpool. Oh, yeah, he did. Did he get arrested at the start of the season? It's a silly thing to do, but everyone makes mistakes, I guess. I really haven't thought about that. It's amazing how, like, news is big and viral, and then suddenly it doesn't matter. Drink drive. Yeah, it's not good. But a lot of them seem to drink drive. So, how is the video doing? Is it okay? And is the audio okay as well? Because obviously I have no idea. Yeah, well, he has made a lot of mistakes. Yes, it's all good. Brilliant. That's good news. I haven't had many viewers, but I suppose it's still good to make some content. Do you have any more questions? Who is your player of the season? My player of the season is Salah, I think, because he has been exceptional for. He has been exceptional for Liverpool. He really has, and he wasn't expected to do so well when he signed. There was a lot of talk of how will he fit into the system. He'll only be on the bench. There's no way he will break into Coutinho and Mane and Firmino, but he has done exactly that. He has probably replaced. He has replaced Coutinho already. They're bringing in Naby Keita at the start of next year, which is really good. Will Colchester go to League One for the 2019-20 season. So it's not next year, that's a year after. I don't know. That's a long way away. Potentially. It's a long way away. I mean, if they start to do quite well in the next season, maybe they'll be aiming for the playoffs. Because it wasn't long ago that they were in the championship, and then they dropped out, and they dropped again last few seasons, I think. But yeah, they were in the championship not long ago, and they have really, really, really like chopped like a stone. Really, like I said, they stayed up in that first season in the championship, and then they got relegated. Like Sunderland. Oh, I mean, Sunderland got took over by Stuart Donald, who was owner of Eastleigh in the National League, and basically his aim was to take Eastleigh into the league. And obviously he's got bored of sort of waiting for that, and has now brought Sunderland, which is a little bit of an issue for Eastleigh. They have a lot of players on a lot of big contracts, and it might be a bad sort of thing for Eastleigh. They might really struggle to maintain the budgets. I mean, he's done a lot for Eastleigh. He's built their stadium. He's built big scoreboards. He's brought in a lot of players, etc. But nothing's really worked. Most of their appointments haven't gone very well. They've been in the National League for a long time now. But the fact that he has brought Sunderland means he is going to be leaving Eastleigh, which is a shame for them, because they really do rely on his sort of money and his motivations. And is Bale out of round? Yeah, I do. He's getting on. He's injured quite a bit. If they don't sell him now, they will not be able to sell him in the next few years. They need to sell him, because if he has a bad season again, then he's going to lose all of that cash he could bring in. They need to start replacing them. Benzema is aging, Bale is aging, Ronaldo is aging, and if they don't start to replace them, I mean, they were miles behind Barcelona this season. If they don't replace him soon, then they're not going to get any money for him. And he's going to... I don't think he wants him there. I don't think Zidane likes him. He seems to prefer Isco or Lucas Vasquez, Icardi and Hazard. Yeah, they do seem keen on Hazard. They have been on about Salah. They seem keen on a lot of different players. And after the season they have had in the league, I wouldn't be surprised if they went berserk and tried to sign some big, big names. Icardi has had a very good season with Inter Milan. He's a very good player. I definitely take him at City. He's a real, real good goal scorer, and has done fantastic at Inter Milan. Any further news, by the way? No. I mean, hopefully he just makes a recovery as and when. It's going to be a long time with this situation. It's going to take a long time for him to sort his problems out. Hopefully, fingers crossed, things get better soon. But they just need to leave him alone, sort of, basically. Should heal soon. He's going to have problems for the rest of his life, whatever happens. Bleed on the brain is one of the most serious things you could have. It's a very, very, very nasty thing to happen, and we wish him nothing but the best and hope he gets better as soon as possible. But take all the time in the world. Like I say, when United played Arsenal, he was there, obviously, and he looked well, and I was so shocked by the news because of how well he looked. I was just so shocked that he was looking so ill, and he was so ill. So hopefully he gets better as soon as possible. But, you know, when these things happen, it doesn't really matter who you support. And what team does he support in Scotland? What team does Fergie support? He was, I don't know, but he was manager of Aberdeen when he was up there before he moved to Manchester United. And also before Aberdeen, he was at St Mirren. And so yeah, those are the two sides he's been at. You're very welcome. You know, hopefully he gets better. Obviously, Darren Ferguson, it must be a worry for him because he is. Thank you. He has obviously a job. He has a big job. He's manager of Doncaster, which obviously they're in League One, and that is something that's obviously concerning because he has a lot of things going on. Obviously, in the summer, you have contracts sort out, you have player signings, you have the next few seasons potentially. So it must be very hard for him at the moment, Darren, to be sorting that out, as well as having his father very ill. But hopefully he gets better as soon as possible. Who are the promoted teams? From which league? If it's Scotland, then I'm struggling, but I can tell you for a lot of the English leagues to the PL. So it's Wolves, who nearly finished on 100 points. Wolves, second was Cardiff City, and then in the playoff final, it is Aston Villa and Fulham, which is on Saturday at 5 o'clock. So they'll all be replacing West Brom, Stoke City, and Swansea City, and those will be replacing each other. Who will win? I would go with Villa. So now it would definitely be Fulham. I have awful predictions. I actually put a bet on for Stockton to beat. No, I had a bet on Stockton to beat Thatcham, and they lost. I had a bet for like an accumulator, and that didn't go well. I had United to win, Bayern to win, PSG to win, Celtic to win, which they did, and who was the other one? Juventus to beat Hellas Verona, which they did. So 2 out of 5 was crap. I'm not really sure anyone would watch, and also my room isn't really set up for that kind of thing, if you know what I mean. The TV's over there. Yeah, the TV's sort of there. So, oh, bless you. So it'd be just like me doing this, and then that's not very interesting, is it? It would just be mainly just me looking at the screen like that, and that wouldn't be very interesting at all. Well, definitely be watching it, and I will do a preview and a review of that. I'll be doing a preview and review of the Champions League, of course, League One final between Shrewsbury and Rotherham, and preview and review of League Two, which is Exeter versus Coventry. Not yet, but I think Emery will be confirmed in the next few days, probably no later than Friday. That will be very soon, I would say, because I mean, secret's out in it, so it's just like signing contracts and stuff. Somebody else is watching. How adorable! If you are the other watcher, oh wait, he's gone. Oh, bless him. Whoopsie doodle. So it's been half an hour now. I think I might get off soon. Do you have any final questions before I disappear? Once again, thank you for watching. I don't think anyone else would have if you didn't. So it means a lot to me. I did answer your question, by the way, on the editing software question, which you asked before, just before I went live. Do you need to get OBS and to design a template for streams? No, you don't. I have a template for all of my videos besides live streams. Basically, To do live streams, go on. You go on to, well, I'm obviously on my laptop, so I go on to youtube.com and then go onto the live streamers section, and there's a few options, but there's I think live, it's just called live or something like that, and then there's the option of events, and then there's the option called webcam. It's new, and that's what I'm doing it off right now. So you have the webcam over here, and then you can choose the microphone. So yeah, that's the easiest to do it off. OBS, you obviously you can use it for things such as streaming like games and stuff, but this is much easier. I probably will get OBS. It gives you design templates like your vids. Oh yeah, I know, definitely. But for the time being, it's all right. I made all of my templates, and some of them are all right. I have changed a few since I started, but yeah, obviously you can. But I probably will be doing it soon. I have an idea to do a few quizzes that are online, and record myself doing it. So that'll be something that. Thank you. I don't really have like much Photoshop background at all, so I don't really know what I'm doing. But I try to do it as best as I can, and hopefully it looks a bit more professional than just a screen. I mean, this seems to be a pretty good quality. So, but obviously the videos I put up aren't in 1080p; they're in 720. So therefore, it just gives looks a bit more interesting. I always think, which is most important to me. Oh, it's gone. Right, I'm going to be wrapping up this video very shortly. Thank you so much for watching and getting involved. If you're watching back, then I'm not sure how often this will be. Evening. All right, okay, I might stay on for a little longer. Hello. Yeah, I was just about to go off, but now I can talk. Hello. Sorry, I'm late. Don't worry about it. Obviously, yeah, so I did basically, obviously, you do these kind of things, and I basically thought I would do one yesterday, and it got around 100 views. I was on for around 20 minutes, and then overnight it got over around 1,500 views, which is absolutely crazy. Well, Pellegrini is better than David Moyes. Obviously, he's won the Premier League. He's been at Real Madrid. That is a very, very good CV, and I think Benitez would have probably been better, but I don't think he would have left West Ham. He wouldn't have left Newcastle. He is very happy there, and I think that it's probably one of the best appointments they could have got. Obviously these things are based on a lot more than just names. You've got more views than mine, but your channel is bigger than mine. You know what? I've only had like one person really get involved tonight. Obviously the first live stream was about Emre, so that got a lot of views. But tonight I've only had a few. I've got 3 now, which is pretty good. I wasn't expecting any, but it was quite slow to start. But it's all about just it's better talking to one person than whatever. But yeah, he's better than what they could have had. They were absolutely diabolical under Slaven Bilic for a while. Moyes sort of just guided them to safety. It's a ambitious move. It's an ambitious move, bearing in mind that I cover multiple sports and you just cover the one. Yeah, well, what is interesting about that is I like learning about other sports. Obviously, when you cover something like hockey, I have absolutely no idea about hockey. My knowledge of hockey is non-existent, but I do listen and I take everything in, and I do want to watch a hockey match. And there was one on, I when was it? It was on one of the channels, and I thought, I'll have a look at that. I am doing one on. Oh, I will look forward to that. Will it be at the usual time of around 8ish? I'll definitely watch that. Because obviously, you've been a busy bee at work lately. Yup, fantastic. That is good news. I mean, just having a few viewers is fantastic, and yeah. So I wouldn't have really done it if I wouldn't have watched your live streams, which has helped me sort of understand it a little bit more, which is a good thing. I am glad that you helped me out. I am doing podcast episodes as well. Those are really good. I watched one called, I think it was Football Talk. I've watched a few others as well. I tend to watch all football videos. So I watched your Emery one before I went on air. I watched the ones from yesterday. I also watched Harry Kane one as well. So I do watch a fair bit, and it's been interesting hearing like other people's opinions. I started this only like a few months ago, maybe like 3 months ago. Yeah. Well, that's it, because at the start I had nobody on, so I just had to moan about stuff. But yeah, so it is interesting. I only started it 3 months ago, which isn't a long time at all. And I started it basically just to, it was a bit of fun. I didn't think I would even get many people. It can be a bit nerve-wracking. Well, that's it. Well, the worst that can happen is you just talk about loads of stuff and the video goes out and people can see it after, can't they? So the worst that can happen is you've got another video and you don't have to, or in my case, pither around editing it. Hi. Hello. Oh, this is my one of my YouTubers I watch. It covers all sorts of like sports, including hockey, football, rugby, which I have no idea about, and some others. And how to draw famous people, draws people. Manchester United fan, and watches a lot of. Hello from Virginia. My internet dropped out. Oh, don't worry about it. Hi from Virginia. That's a long way from me, both league and union. I think my like sort of friend plays in. I think it's a rugby league, but I could be totally wrong. I don't know. He plays for Exeter Chiefs, who I think are quite good, which is pretty amazing. I have never been to a rugby game, but I do fancy it. Worcester aren't too far away from me. That's probably who I'd go and watch. Their union team. My great grandpa was a footballer. Who did he play for? Oh, I don't really know the difference between union and league, to be honest. But I knew they play rugby. Not sure. Oh, that's a bit of a random fact. My granddad's brother got offered a deal with Leeds, but he didn't want to leave his mum, so he never went, which is a bit of a stupid thing to do now. Obviously, now that would be different. He would have obviously, he would have gone. Here's a bit tip, but my dad played for Dorchester Town in the 70s, and my great granddad played for Stevenage at the same time. But yeah, it couldn't have been much age difference between them. Hereford were in the same league as Dorchester this year. Stevenage knocked Hereford out of the playoffs in 2005. Stevenage are now in the League Two. We played them a few times. So they're like they've been a non-league team for a while, and then they went up a few years ago and have done pretty well. They have had some weird manager choices though. My dad was a teenager and my granddad was in his early 40s. Oh, there is a bit of an age gap then. I guess years ago they used to play for a lot longer, didn't they? Your granddad was at Stevenage as well. That's crazy. 14. But they used to play for, like, Stanley Matthews is really old when he played for Blackpool and Bolton. So, I mean, you don't get many 40-year-olds playing now. We had a player play for us, Russell Holt, who was at West Brom years ago. He was like 38 when he played for us, and he cocked up many times. Messi or Ronaldo, 110% Messi. Mainly because in 2006, Ronaldo got Rooney sent off and then winked after. But not that I hold a grudge. Then 1970s. The man who knew diving was an Olympic sport. Like I say, I can't comment on stuff like that because I cheat at Monopoly. I cheat at Monopoly. I cheat at anything I want to. Pele. Any sort of. I don't understand how, it's like, oh, you should always play fair. Why? Play to win. I don't care how a win comes as long as we win. Shearer or Lineker. Shearer. I don't care how can you cheat it? Because I want to win so bad. I would do anything to win. It's an awful mentality to have. It really is. But does it matter? Not really. Because, I mean, obviously, Lineker played a lot before my time. I can never remember Lineker playing. I can remember Shearer playing at the end of his career for Newcastle. Lineker, I can't remember playing at all. We'll start calling you Mike Mourinho. Win at all costs. It's an awful mentality to have, but like in Monopoly, I nick the money, put houses on. Doesn't matter because I need to win, and it's the whole point in playing. It's the whole point in playing any game is to win. As far as I can see, you don't go in a running race to finish third or fifth, do you? Your aim is to win. I mean, I'm not saying take loads of drugs and stuff. I nicked my mum's 500. She had 6. 500's what? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, 500. Okay. Yeah, I'm all for cheating. Who wins the World Cup? I had this discussion earlier. Brazil. I don't see many people saying Brazil, but I think Brazil will win it. I realised that after I made myself look a tit. I really do believe Brazil will win it. Obviously, there's loads of teams. It depends how the draw goes, of course. Who do you fancy? If you had to put your money on it, which I'm sure you'll do predictions before the start of the tournament, which starts on the 14th of June. Traveling weather will play a part. Yeah, but a lot of Brazilians seem to have played in Russia. Fernando played in Russia, did he? I had a bet and I made a nightmare of it on Saturday. So William played in Russia, as did Fernandinho. So there's been a few players who have played in Russia. It's not... Oh, wait a minute. They played in Ukraine. Bangla Love. What a legend he was. Yeah, I do remember him. He played for CSKA Moscow, I think. And he always used to wear like 79. He had like dreadlocks. Almost like a bit like a dreadlock. And they were always like red and different colours. Yes, of course I remember Bangla Love. Very, 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 very strange topic. I do remember him. Who wants to hear a joke? Yeah, I'll hear a joke. As long as it's funny. Arsenal's away record. It's not that bad. When Hereford were really struggling once, we went around 6 months without winning at home. It was absolutely dreadful. We went 6 months. I watched Hereford once when we had 12 games without scoring a goal, and that was crap. That was in 2008 or 7. It was 2007. It's like 1 point for all away games. Well, no, it isn't anymore, is it? Because they beat. Do you want to play it? They beat Huddersfield in the final game. Besides that, they picked up 3 points all year, which isn't very good. But then again, saying that, they went to Östersunds and won. They went to Milan and won. And they went to CSK Moscow and drew. So they did all right away from home in the Europa League. It was in the Premier League, for whatever reason, that they drew against West Brom, didn't they? Darren Moores. Yeah, that's been confirmed. I mean, they're in a bit of a situation, aren't they? Because if they don't give it him and the new manager does really badly, then it's going to be like, why didn't you give it to Darren Moore? If Darren Moore doesn't do it at the championship level, it'll be, well, you shouldn't have given him in the first place. It should have gone to Dean Smith. So they're in a bit of a rock and a hard place if it doesn't go well. I mean, hopefully it does go well. It's nice to see an English coach have a chance. They could have gone abroad or whatever, but he's obviously, I assume he's done his coaching badges. So it's nice that there is someone who has been at the club for a long time and has done well. Because I would imagine, like I said in the video, he'll go back to Spain. Cazorla, I can't see him staying in the Premier League. When a few years ago, Hereford played, he was also a local lad who played. Yeah, and he played for Barnsley as well and Derby that season. But yeah, he's done brilliantly. A few years ago, Hereford had a manager called Simon Davey. Simon Davey was at Barnsley. Anyway, he got sacked at Barnsley. He masterminded a win at Liverpool, and he masterminded a win against Chelsea in the FA Cup. And anyway, he became manager of Hereford, and he did really crap. We won 1 game and then lost the next 9, so he got sacked. And we had a caretaker, and he played for the club, and he was physio. And he came in, and he did really well in his first season. And he had like a 3-year contract. Did crap in the next season. They didn't get rid of him. They brought in a director of football to sort of accompany him. And then that didn't work. So they sacked him and made him coach and brought someone else in. And we ended up going down. So it can work both ways. Cazorla could go to Sevilla, he could go to Valencia. Where was he before? He was at Villarreal and Malaga before, so maybe those are options. It's all about getting fit, isn't it? He's not 100% yet, and he probably won't be until maybe January. The problem is when you've been out for such a long time, and that is a long time to be out, 18 months. There is a worry. Yeah, well, that's it. There is a worry that you're just continually getting injured. And once that starts to happen, there's no way back. Once you get an injury after an injury, there's just no way back. And we all wish him the best. He seems a lovely bloke. He seems very humble. And that is what you need. But yeah, I mean, he's been through an awful lot. He has been through an awful lot at and it is a shame. I think if Wenger was in charge, maybe they'd have given him another deal. But the problem is he hasn't played for so long, and at the end of the day, it's all about getting fit and his fitness and his health as well. To almost lose your leg is to lose your leg almost is, that's more important than football. And I think hopefully he remembers that if things don't go well. What happened to Wilshere? Well, he seemed to have got over his injuries. Whatever happened at Bournemouth seemed to have really done him the world of good, and he hasn't picked up any major injuries since. Yeah, they had Wilshere, Santi Cazorla. Can't think of anyone else. There was somebody who was out for ages as well. I mean, it doesn't happen lower down because these players just aren't kept on contracts for such a longer period of time. So in the Premier League, you have like 4-year contracts, but lower down, Hereford have never had more than a 2-year contract. So we've never had it really. We had a lad this year that's been injured for a while, and he's just come back, but injury is much worse than first feared. He's been released, but he's been there for an awful while, and things haven't got any better for him. He's aging as well. So, sorry, the dog's just eating his food. Bless him. I mean, should have Wilshere gone to the World Cup? Probably. We do sort of lack that little bit of creativity in the middle. We really do. I mean, you'd imagine the starting pair will be Eric Dyer and Jordan Henderson, which makes it very sort of stagnant in the middle. It doesn't offer much creativity. That's why maybe a Shelvey should have gone, or a Wilshere should have gone. But obviously he didn't pick that for whatever reason. That's what he decided to do. Imagine if Salah gets a broken leg and it is out months. What would happen to Liverpool's front three for next season? No, just no. Jack Wilshere has no consistency. He's a dead weight. I would take Shelvey over Wilshere. I like John Joe Shelvey. I always have. And that's just, but I understand why he hasn't taken Jack Wilshere, because if he gets injured, he is likely to leave you in the lurch, as is Shelvey. I'm going to do a shout out when I reach 1,000 to all of the people who have supported me from much lower down. So when I first started, obviously you have done that, so you will be in that shout out. Hopefully nobody gets injured with a broken leg. Hopefully, because MacArthur, did he break his leg against West Brom? And he's been out for a long time. So he broke his leg after Rondon sort of kicked him, didn't he? He kicked his leg and it sort of bent in two. And he's been out for a long time as well, and will be continued out. As Coleman as well at Everton, he's also out, but he's back now. Yeah, I heard that. It was awful. I felt so sorry for Rondon. You could see that he was very upset by the news. I knew that Nangalan wasn't going, which is terrible because he's a very, very, very good player. I definitely have him in the England team. You see so many different players from different players that not going to the World Cup, and you think, Christ, we could do with those players in our side. What will the score be in my charity match on Friday night in Dorking? Who's playing? Is it just like a friends, or what's the score? What charity is it for, more importantly? I work for a charity, so that's very interesting. Champions League final, I'm going to go for 3-1 to Real Madrid. I can't see any way. It's just my mates and it's for Help for Heroes. Interesting. Very, very good. Told you to all my friends and they are subbed. Oh, bless you. That means so much. It's Ryan. So Yeah, Help the Heroes is obviously a great cause. I hope you make a lot of money. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. I was literally just about to go off. And by the way, I love your videos too. Thank you. Thank you so much. I make like videos every day and fuck about every day. So then I turned up. Yeah, and then I get yeah, I go on. It's amazing just how quickly time can fly. Really, really is crazy just how fast time goes. I've been on here for an hour and it seems better than I've actually never watched him, so I don't know what his videos are like. That's a lot. That's sort of similar for most big YouTubers. Who deserves the best YouTuber? Not as good as. No, I'm far better than it's Ryan. No comparison. I mean, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, the way I look at it is, as long as you're enjoying what you're doing, then that's all that matters. It really, 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 um, it really, really, really matters if you're not enjoying it and don't do it. There was a lad who spoke to me on what day was it? It was during the weekend, and he's a Leeds fan, and he asked me to make like videos for his. He's making like he stopped making content, and now he's returning to make content. He asked if I could help him out with a video, and I was like, yes, of course, of course, of course, I help you out. I'd help anyone out with that kind of thing. There's a lad who I'm doing like a collaboration with, and that is something I'm looking forward to. That's going to be probably next week. He has done, um, he does like FIFA and Football Manager videos, but you know, I'd always help anyone out because I'd want them to help me out. Yeah, we do make different sort of videos. Everyone here makes different sorts of videos. Um, so Ryan makes like vlogs. Obviously, you go to watch Sutton Common Rangers. I think that's their name. And you do like Arsenal and some other really interesting things. Sports Boffin covers sports, and How to Draw Famous People obviously does a little bit of drawing, which I am absolutely bloody useless at. Can I collaborate to have your predictions? Um, of course you can. I obviously won't be doing it until just before the start of the season. But if you remind me, because I have a terrible, terrible memory. Yes, yes, yes. Everyone can. Yeah, yeah. That's fine. Just ask or remind me, and I will, because I'm sure they would. I mean, that's it. The more you grow, the more you have. Obviously, you're really close to 1,000, aren't you? So, I mean, obviously that means you can monetize and make a little bit of money from what you do. What other sports do you watch other than football? If you're asking me, then obviously I just watch baseball and a little bit of cricket, mainly 2020 cricket, because it's a lot shorter and I don't have much of an intention. I don't have much. I can't keep concentration for long. I'm not on 4K. I am on. I will check it now. I am on a fair bit. Let me just check. I'm on a lot. Look. I am on 3,944 watch hours. So that hasn't updated yet. I think it's a couple of days that needs to be updated. But soon I will be on that 4,000 hour mark. Nearly in 3K. I mean, that's really good. That's really good. I mean, instead of maybe asking for subscribers, maybe make a few more videos and that. Because when I started, I have FIFA 18. Not yet. I will do FIFA career mode at some point. I don't play much FIFA. I play Football Manager. So you had monetization before, and then they they moved the goalpost, didn't they? They moved the goalposts to, it was 10,000, and then they moved it to 4,000 and 1,000 subs. I've never really mentioned this before, but I had a YouTube channel before, and it got taken down for copyright because it was just copied videos, and that had 4,500 subscribers. And it was just as that was happening, and then it got taken down, and I started another one, and then take that down. I deleted it, and I thought I might as well make a proper one, and I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but it's gone okay. Thank you for getting involved. It means a lot. It really does. I mean, it's a shame to move the goalposts, but it's understandable. The thing is, 10,000 views isn't that hard to get, but depending on how long your videos are, 4,000 hours is a bloody long time. Not sure about PewDiePie, but Logan Paul did a video with a man. He'd committed suicide, hadn't he? And that didn't happen much longer after that happened. The thing is, though, well done. 10,000 views is a good amount. If, just say, I don't know, How to Draw Famous People put that video up that Logan Paul put up, then it wouldn't have got that whole situation happened in the first place. It just been taken down because I did see something. He was putting a video, and then he was with Disney, and then Disney cancelled him, and that that's nothing. There's nothing funny about that, is there? It's horrific. Really horrific. But what can you do? You can only learn from your mistakes. There's no need to. I mean, I understand it from like their perspective of they need to protect their brand, or they're going to lose advertisers and things like that. But I mean, there was a lot of, like, when you did videos, did you have a lot that were monetized? Did you have a lot go down for it's something limited or no ads? And then when you had the limited or no ads, it sort of meant that you had to like request a review. That was incredibly annoying when I had an iChannel, because sometimes they'd go and there would be no reason for it. Yeah, I mean, but sometimes it was just random and whatever. I mean, obviously that doesn't affect me now, and probably won't affect me for a while longer. But it's a shame that it has come down to this, because I don't know. I mean, none of my videos are monetized. I'm nowhere near the 1,000 mark yet, but and another problem is, like, sometimes they go down and it would be like a few weeks before, like after. So you would put up a video, and then a few weeks later that would be, and you'd be like, you'd forget to even tick it to. I mean, I don't even know how they they do it? Do they sit there and watch every single video? I mean, I have no idea, but that would be quite annoying if you had to watch every single video, because there'd be a bloody lot of them. I do try not to swear in videos. That this is a bot program now. It used to be human. Oh, good old robots. They're the best thing ever. They are likely to leave you in the lurch. He hasn't done anything like that for a while, has he, Suarez? He hasn't. And maybe how do you typo program from ban? But no, I can't see anything like that happen. He seems to have had those problems behind him, but that was a situation before. I don't think anything like that will happen. At the end of the day, if you can't shut up. At the end of the day, if you can't control yourself in those situations and go around biting people, then maybe you shouldn't be in that situation in the first place. Someone I know who played like local league, he pushed a referee, and he was banned. He's been banned for 7 years. And Suarez bites someone, and it's just like a 4-month ban or something like that. Just because you are in a situation where you're a big player, why should Joe Bloggs get 7 years banned for putting up, pushing a referee in a situation where you've just lost control, and then Suarez do it time and time again. I think he's done it 3 times. Once with Ajax, once with Liverpool, and once with Italy, against Italy for Uruguay. And he's just, it's okay. But, it's not, it doesn't seem fair to constantly maybe, be like, well, it's okay for him to do it, but not okay for, me to do it. If I started playing football and I started biting people, would I be allowed to play? Of course not. Of course I wouldn't. The problem is, if you're good at it, then it's okay. It's okay what you do. I mean, you look at the crimes that have been committed. Like Marlon King, he's been in prison several times and found other clubs. Hi, United lads. Suarez had a free call. Suarez has the Ajax starter cleanly for more. Oh, there's nothing more annoying. It happens at every level as well, every level of the game. No matter where you are, there's like the FA. I remember one season, Hereford fielded an ineligible player. Basically, he was on loan, and then he signed as a permanent player. And for whatever reason, he wasn't registered in time, so he couldn't play. But he played. They clearly weren't aware. We got. We had 3 points deducted. 3 points. And then the FA charged Torquay, who also played in the same game. They fielded an ineligible player. They got 1 point. So the 3 points was taken away from us for the victory. So why didn't we get 4 points deducted? That's what I couldn't understand. I don't know how long I'm going for. Probably not much longer. I hate the FA. Yeah, so do I. Don't get me started. Because obviously my club went bust. And there was a lot of things that went on and are still going on at football clubs, such as Blackpool, Charlton, Coventry, Blackburn, that goes on, and it's just okay. It's out of sight, out of mind. What are my clubs? I am a Hereford FC supporter, and I support Manchester City. But I live near Hereford, and that's who I go to watch. What are your clubs biased? To be fair, there was a one of the players who plays for the Mariners in the baseball. He's been banned for 80 games for for drugs. Anyway, hey, Blackburn are less jump now, but they're still. Yeah, I did. I can't remember why I was checking them out for a video, and I see they own 99%. Venky's London Limited. Do you have a City shirt? No, I don't. I don't even have a Hereford FC shirt. The last shirt I bought was a Hereford United one. So before we reformed, and that was a 2011. I last bought a shirt because obviously 2011 I was a lot younger, so I've grown a lot since. I do have several shirts probably that don't fit. I have Hereford shirts. I have England, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Santos, the Brazilian team, as well. But I don't have a City shirt at the moment. See, I'm a United fan. Yeah, honestly, I cover everyone from Arsenal to Accrington Stanley, Manchester United to Maiden Road, if need be. So yeah, I like to talk to. 1978. You should wear it next on Sunday. I used to have 2 United lads many more moons ago. Oh, you haven't got it now. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like to talk to everyone, no matter where they're from or who they support. I find it really interesting. On my Twitter page, I have so many. I have so many different fans from different places, and yeah, I mean, obviously, I mean, I don't really mind. Obviously, obviously, when you're on top, second place doesn't matter. Second place is non-existent when you're top. I have fans from Australia to Canada. Is that even that far? If you go from Australia to Canada, is that? Oh, right. Okay. Okay, that is far. I had some people on the stream last night from India and Nepal. And after the stream finished, I went to see what time it was. And it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, why the hell are they watching me? I would imagine if you're covering like cricket, as particularly, that you get a lot of people from India and Pakistan and the Caribbean and places like that, because they obviously have a lot of people. Manchester United had a better season, I think. At the end of the day, top four is not a trophy unless you're not in the top four, and then you do anything to go into the top four. So, yeah, definitely United. I think they've had a good season. Yeah, I have a few people. I mean, just the time that it was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and they were watching me. I just thought it was great. I find it crazy that anyone watches me. I really do. But United had a better the than Chelsea. The end of the day, the other way round, you'd be thinking they are a sport mad country. Yes, they are. I have never been to India, but yeah, they do watch a lot of sport. They haven't really had many like football players come out of there, but obviously the Indian Premier League and the cricket is a big draw. Yeah, I mean, India it's obviously a massive country. So, who is better, Morata or Sanchez? Alexis Sanchez. Definitely Alexis Sanchez. If the City had to sign any of them, I would have him. Yeah, it is. It's crazy how much they love it, which is great. I mean, they doesn't matter to it doesn't matter what you like, as long as you know it's something they enjoy, and clearly they do. I mean, some people take it a lot more seriously than others. Some people take sport real seriously, like it's life and death, and it's never been life and death because it'll just never be. I'll keep in tune with your channel, Mike. Thank you. On 698 subscribers, so that's 2 away from 700. Obviously, if you have a channel, I will check you out if I remember to. Miraculously is missing the World Cup because he hasn't had a good season. Mike, your dog is so funny and so cute. Yeah, he's something. He's very, very naughty, but he means a lot to me. Sanchez is missing the World Cup because Chile didn't qualify, which was really shocking. I remember waking up that day and thinking, Jesus. There have been a lot of times when I've been recording where Alfie the dog has been pissing about in the background or making noise or scratching or sneezing and things like that, and it's just it's so annoying. Bless him, but I'm sure he doesn't understand. He's a very, very good boy. My dog ran into a wall. He has like one brain cell. Oh, bless him. Is he all right? Yeah, I work with a lot of dogs, so work at a dog rescue. So I spend a lot of time with animals. I get bit and scratched and clawed by loads and loads of different animals. But that is what I do. I took a long break, but I'll be back over the summer. Like I said, if you don't enjoy it or it's a strain, then don't do it. Just take a break from it. There's nothing wrong with that. To answer your question, been through the wars then. Well, that's it. I mean, they're rescue dogs, aren't they? So you're going to have all sorts in there. So I have Indonesia, Kenya, Malaysia, Nigeria, United States, Tanzania, India, Thailand, Singapore, Vietnam, Germany, Ghana, Italy, South Africa, Ireland, UAE, Somalia, Canada, Mauritius, Hong Kong, Egypt, Uganda, Ethiopia. Those are on the first list, which is crazy. I think if you go on to 24% it's been UK, Indonesia 15%, Kenya 5%, Malaysia 4.7%, and Nigeria 3.9%. 93% male, 7.2% female. That is a crazy amount. The dog is back on the floor. He can't find. Oh, he's just so annoying. He really is. He just does whatever he wants. Yeah. Oh, he's. Oh, I don't know where to begin. Florida here, but I'm a Brit. Wow, Florida. Well, he wants to go to America. Yeah, certainly was an innocence there. There is a women's game I was thinking about watching on one of the days. It's on BT and it's on tomorrow. Not tomorrow. What day is it today? What day is it today? Okay. Tuesday. On Thursday, Wolfsburg women versus Lyon women in the Women's Champions League final. It's on at 5, BBC Red Button and BT Sport 2. So that's something I am interested. His tail by your arm a minute ago. Oh, he just does whatever he wants. So I'm interested in covering that because of your success with the FA Cup, Women's FA Cup final. I'm wondering if that would also be very popular. Wolfsburg will win that by 3-1. I literally know zero about European women's football. Yeah, I put up a video about the non-league finals today. That was pretty successful because at the end of the day, not many people. Lyon won it last year, did they? I think not many people cover non-league. So, at the end of the day, if you type in Champions League final, you're going to have billions, well, not billions, but you're going to have thousands of results. But if you type in Tranmere review, you're not going to have many, and that's really good. I couldn't get off the ground if I tried to do that. So that's sort of what I will be looking to do is cover like different minor league videos, get more videos and other videos. That's it. I mean, I think I had 600 views on the FA Cup final, which isn't too bad. Any streams tomorrow? Honestly, probably not. I've brought enough out of things to talk about. Yeah, I don't think so. Obviously, I did my first one yesterday and another one today. Maybe if something major breaks. Okay, thank you so much for getting involved. That means the world to me. Thank you so much. See you soon. Unless a shock move happens, not necessarily, maybe Emery's confirmed or something like that, I might go live. But yeah, I don't know if I will do a live stream tomorrow because there's not really much going on. In the future, I have plans to do things like watch-alongs and other little bits. But at the moment, I'm a small channel. Do you think Pep stays at Man City until 2021? I hope so. I have no idea. Hopefully, I'll wrap it up soon. But I really don't know. As long once I stop getting asked questions, I guess. Do you think? I hope so. If he wants to, I think he will. If he wants to, I think he will. If he decides he doesn't want to go, doesn't want to stay, then I think he will leave. But if he wants to stay, I think he will stay. I think City seem very happy, as do everyone else. The fans would not allow an ex-brace manager to coach them. Oh my God, that was absolutely disgraceful. I don't think he would manage Real Madrid either. He's strong Catalan, isn't he? He is strong Catalan, and he's strong Catalan. Yeah, it's not like our rivalries, is it? I have no idea how long I'm going for. Probably another 10 minutes or so. It's and at the moment it is like a because of the Catalonia independence situation, you also get a lot of like negativity between the Spanish nationalists and the Catalonian nationalists. So that's an issue as well. So that's an underlying like political problem. Yeah, politics is almost as bad as religion. Religion causes a lot of war and violence and stuff, as does politics. I think Messi would rather put a pig's head on himself than go to Real. Jokes. No, that will never happen. What can I do to you people? Put user in timeout. Hide users on this channel. Add the moderator. Oh. Can't give people timeout. How bloody weird. I mean, obviously people have a lot more people on their videos, so they will want to they will certainly want to use that timeout button. Right, I'm going to be wrapping up in the next few minutes as I have to go. Any more questions, let me know. Could Pep coach PSG? Absolutely. I think that would be their dream move if they could. He'd have a unlimited budget, but so yeah, I certainly could in the future. I mean, he's not going to stay at City forever. what is your dream team? If I could sign, let's say, no, I don't think Messi will end up at City. I think he'll stay at Barcelona, and then he'll go back to Young Boys or wherever he grew up in, maybe Argentina. What is my dream team? If I could sign 5 players for City, I would sign De Gea. I would sign a bloody good left back, David Alaba. I would sign a good centre back. Samuel Umtiti, I really like him. I would probably sign Hazard in an ideal world. But like I said the other day, that he has been known to cause issues between I'd also like to sign Neymar as well. I actually seen Neymar play a while ago. He's the best player I've ever seen play live. Absolutely by a country mile. And is there any more questions before I head off? I'll maybe take like another 2 or 3. If you have any, of course. If not, then I'm going to look an idiot. Favorite player of all time? My favorite Hereford player of all time is somebody called Gia Pua, who spent a lot of time playing in the lower leagues. He also played for Atletico Madrid and made a cap for Cameroon. So, yeah. But my favorite of all time, I really liked Henry, but I'd probably go with Company. Probably Company, yeah. Plus, who do you think the greatest player of all time is? It's so difficult to say because it's so different now than it was then. But probably Messi. Pele or Maradona. Pele because he, Pele or Giggs. Pele. I don't like Ryan Giggs. Yeah, so any more questions before I head off? Or I will leave. Thank you everyone for getting involved. I was, an hour and a half is a great amount of time. That would really help with my watch hours as well. I've had a lot of people come in and out. Yeah, that was a bloody incredible save. Rivellini. I don't know who Rivellini is. So I'd have to go with Zico. Zico was manager somewhere not too long ago. Can't remember where it was. I think it was in Asia. But I'd have to go with Zico. I might be showing my age there a little bit. No, we're definitely not talking about Brazilians from 70s or 80s because I wasn't born until 96. So, I mean, there was like Socrates and people like that, but I mean, I literally have no idea. Rivellini was one of the best Brazilian ones. Did not even know him. That's awful. I literally am going to look this bloke up when I get off. Cheers, Mike. Can't wait to watch your videos tomorrow. That's if I put any up, of course. Which I definitely will, because I have nothing better to do with my life. And also, I enjoy making the videos. Okay, thank you everyone for getting involved. I literally have never heard of him. I can't believe this has happened. No, I don't even recognize him. How strange. Yeah, see you later. Thank you so everyone for getting involved. I'll probably do this again at some point when I have an hour and a half to spare. Thank you so much for everyone getting involved. It really does mean a lot to me. It's been great hanging out with you all. Yes, I heard it. I know who that is. Jarzenian. Yes, I know who that is. Yeah, I don't know who Rivellini is, but I definitely know who Jairzinho is. So thank you everyone for watching. I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for getting involved. It means the world to me, and I will see you in a little bit. Thank you. Didn't you say? I don't know. Anyway, see you later, all.